Hi guys, welcome so much to my live webinar on the 6 types of email sales pitches you need to catch the big fish and double your revenue in the next 12 months and probably even sooner once you hear this information. I'm so very happy to have you with me today. Thank you so much for joining. You could be doing 1,000 things this evening and I'm so appreciative that you chose to join to spend your time with me. So I promise to make it completely worth your while. So with that being said, please save all your questions until the end of the webinar. I'll jump into the chat box and we'll go back and forth and I'll answer all your questions at that time. I'm going to go ahead and jump into screen share and we're going to get started because we got a lot of things to cover today. Thanks a lot. See you soon. All right, guys. Please let me know if you can see everything that's on my screen right now. I'm going to pause to just give you guys a couple of minutes to refresh your screens. If you can't, please post in the chat box if you're having trouble seeing it. All right, so again, today we're going to talk about the 6 types of email sales pitches you need to hook the big fish and double your revenue in the next 12 months and probably even sooner. So today you'll hear why most email sales pitches fail miserably and how taking just 4 simple steps can guarantee your success. You'll also hear the 6 most important types of email sales pitches you must master to catch the big fish and, like I said, double your revenue in the next 12 months. And lastly, we're going to talk about how to easily get the prospect to do what you want them to do. You're going to fall out when you hear this because it's so super easy. So before we get into today's topic, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about me. Yes, that's me and my brother in the picture on the left, and that's me in the picture on the right. About 4 or 5 I was. So I'm April Beverly, the communication strategist and word stylist. I chose these titles because in business, how you say something means a lot more than what you actually say. And I help clients style their words in a way that intrigues their audiences and influences them to do what they want them to do. Buy, download, call, whatever. I fell in love with writing at age 4. And by 5, I'd already penned my first short story on how to get my mom to buy this Barbie doll I completely loved. By the time I started college, I had fallen completely head over heels for writing. It was all I ever did. But I had to put my dream on the shelf because my mom really wanted me to become a money-making, bill-paying, providing for my family, all-important lawyer. Because everyone knows writers eat ramen noodles and live in 1-bedroom apartments for the rest of their lives. Yeah, right, Mom. Long story short, I didn't listen to that crazy lady, and I graduated with a degree in journalism from the Ohio State University and later went on to earn a master's degree in business administration with an emphasis on marketing. I worked as a marketing communications manager for more than 10 years before starting my own biz. Over the past 3 years, I worked with hundreds of mid-sized companies and online entrepreneurs, and I've helped them generate $500 million in revenue simply by putting the right words on the page. And today, my hustle and everything I do is because of these 2 special guys right here, my husband, Kari, and our little prince, Austin. So enough about me. Let's get to today's topic. Let's start by talking about what email sales pitches are. Email sales pitches are simply emails you send to entice a prospect to open and act on. So how about we look at some reasons email sales pitches fail? Number 1, you talk too much about yourself and not the client. This is a killer. Your email is way too long or too short or too vague. You're not really specifically telling the individual why you're contacting them. Number 3, you're not pitching to the right person. It's just not someone who wants or needs your service. Number 4, There's not enough urgency or wow to entice the recipient to take action. If you're making these mistakes, all isn't lost. Here's 4 ways to turn things around. Number 1, you want to make sure you're doing loads of research to make sure the person you're pitching to has an immediate and real need for your product or service. Be sure you know who you're addressing, what's keeping them up at night, and use this info to craft an email that speaks directly to their needs. Number 2, don't make the pitch all about you. You should always focus on helping them answer, why should I read this email? Number 3, make them feel something by writing an email that creates an emotional connection with your prospect. Having the heart involved often compels people to take action. Now, the 7 basic human emotional triggers that you can use are greed, lust, fear, vanity, guilt, hope, and a sense of belonging. Now, I don't want you guys to try to burn up your pens to take notes right here. I'm going to share all my notes in the presentation with you as soon as we're done here. And lastly, any one of these triggers can help you build that emotional connection with your prospect. And number 4, write powerful subject lines. Think about how many times you open an email because the subject line literally punched you in the face or piqued your curiosity. Well, that's what you got to do on the other side. A recent study from Retention Science says that subject lines kept between 6 to 10 words resulted in at least a 21% open rate, which is pretty good for an email campaign. Now, of course, taking these steps aren't the only way to craft great email sales pitches, but they will certainly help improve your results. You also want to make sure you get to the point and keep your email as short as possible while still giving all the relevant, juicy details. Still with me? What I just shared is just some basic background information on how to craft enticing emails. Now we're going to dive deep into the 6 types of emails you need to catch that big fish and double your revenue within the next 12 months. And that's why you're here today. So here's the first thing to remember. Not all email sales pitches are the same. I want to say that again to you. Not all email sales pitches are the same. You'll need to take a different approach based on your relationship with the recipient and what you want the reader to do when they reach the end of your email. Typically, you can divide all email pitches into warm or cold. Warm pitches are when you already have a relationship with the person you're contacting. Cold pitches are when you don't have a relationship. There's also hot pitches, which is when you're upselling to people who have already bought your services. For this webinar, though, we're going to focus only on warm versus cold. Now, no matter how many cold or warm contacts you have, never blast out a mass email to everyone who fits one of these categories. You should only send mass emails to those who have signed up for your email list. So let's say you've met 20 people at a recent networking event and you want to follow up with them. You'll send each one of them an email. You would not add them to your email marketing list until you've received permission to do so. These emails got to be super personal, and there's really no need to send them. So if you can't personalize the email, don't even send it because it's not going to get read. Now, before we get to the 6 types of emails you need, I must say this. Please, please, for the love of God, forget what the gurus tell you about open rates and all that jazz for right now. Just focus on the real goal of sending your email. And it's not to get people to open it. It's not people to buy. It's simply just to get a response. And I know it would be wonderful to close a sale, get a partner with an email, but it really all starts with moving people to respond. If you can get them to respond, then you can get them to buy from you. You can get them to do the other things. But getting a response is where it all starts. All right, let's get into those 6 emails. Email number 1 is what I call the follow-upper. Now, the purpose of this email is to build on a previous conversation or commonality and let the prospect know how you can be of service. Remember our talk about warm versus cold? Well, this email is going to be different depending on your relationship with the recipient. At the very least, start with a personal greeting and a short reminder on how you met or what you have in common. So let's start with the warm follow-up or email. So your subject line could be something like, great meeting you Thursday or great meeting you last week. Dear Sarah, now, it's just a side note here. The gurus will say Mr. or Mrs. here. I say that's way too formal. Did you say Mr. or Mrs. in person or in previous discussions? If not, stick with the first name. So we're going to say, Dear Sarah, hello. I enjoyed meeting you and hearing about the fantastic projects your company is handling. My only regret is that we didn't have more time to chat. I'm incredibly excited to talk to you further about your company's robust software services and would love to get on your calendar for a brief phone or Skype discussion. Are you available next Tuesday or Thursday? Let me know. Thanks in advance for your time. Talk soon. Short, sweet, to the point. We're done. Oh, and just a reminder, guys, you will get my notes, so no need to put your pens on fire. Everyone on the call will get the presentation and notes, I promise. Okay, so now let's say you receive the attendee list for a local event and you notice that someone you were planning to talk to didn't end up attending. This would be considered a cold email because you never really connected with the person. So subject line for this version could be, sorry, I missed you at the whatever event. So again, Dear Sarah, now here, I agree with using Mr. and Mrs. unless you're targeting entrepreneurs. And, you know, if you're targeting like lawyers or something of that nature, then you might want to use Mr. or Mrs. depending upon how you've interacted with them in the past. Now, when you get a response and they respond with their first name, that's giving you permission to go ahead and send a follow with that person's first name and move forward on a first name basis from there. I rarely recommend Mr. or Mrs. There are some situations where it's pertinent when you're dealing with really a button-up tie suit type of audience, but for the most part, you're going to use the first name, but use your best judgment. So again, here we go. Dear Sarah, I missed you at the XX event in New York last Thursday, but I have some great information that can help you despite our crossing paths. Have you ever wondered why some entrepreneurs seem to coast to the top and you're still stuck trying to find your way? If you're like a lot of hardworking business owners, you love to know their secret. I work with some of the country's most successful CEOs and would love to give you some insight on getting unstuck. Are you available Thursday or Friday for a brief Skype session? I'll share at least 1 or 2 things you can do immediately to turn 3 times more of your prospects into buyers. I look forward to our upcoming discussion. Talk soon. See how I started out with just a very brief reminder of where I was supposed to meet you, why I'm even contacting you. The second paragraph is kind of like a what can I do for you, why you should call me back. And the third paragraph validates my ability to be able to help you. Email number 2, the lead generator. Now, the purpose of this email is to introduce yourself to the prospect. You're not selling anything. You're just simply cracking the door open to further conversation. Remember our discussion earlier about the importance of getting a response. That's critical for this type of email pitch. So here you want to be low-key, yet concise on why you're writing. Subject line, the copywriter you were looking for. Dear Sarah, I saw in the XX Facebook group that you're looking for a copywriter to help you craft an enticing about page that connects with your audience. Do you have a time frame in mind for completing this project? I'd love to start a discussion with you on how I can help you write an about page that captures the hearts and minds of your ideal clients. I'm available for phone Skype calls on Mondays and Fridays of most weeks. When you're ready, click here to book a date and time that best fits your schedule. Talk soon. Straight to the point, you reminded them of why you're even contacting them and what you can do for them. That's it. Email number 3 is what I call the appointment setter. So like the lead generator, you can use this email type to get your prospect to book an appointment to further discuss the project. You can use this for a warm or cold lead, but you'll need to be specific on why you're writing. For this email, you want to close with 2 options for a meeting. Be very specific. The goal is to get the recipient to respond by either selecting one of the meeting options or proposing a better date and time. So again, we'll start with the copywriter you were looking for. So we go on to Dear Sarah. I saw you in the XX Facebook group that you're looking for a copywriter to help you craft an enticing about page that connects with your audience. Do you have a time frame in mind for completing this project? And then we go on to the I'd love to start a discussion paragraph. But what's different here is I say, can we talk more this Thursday at 10 a.m. or Friday at noon via phone or Skype? Let me know which of these dates and times best fits your schedule. I look forward to hearing more about you and your business. Very specific. In most situations, people are going to respond with, yes, I can meet on that day, or no, I can't, and here's when I'm available. Sorry, guys, I had to take a drink. All right, email number 4, the closer. Now, you've had a call or two, have answered the prospect's questions. She's expressed interest in moving forward. All right, now you're both ready to close the sale. So that's when you send this email. Here's an excerpt from one of my actual closing emails. Subject line, let's put your brilliance in writing. This was for a business plan. Good afternoon, Sarah. I greatly appreciate your interest in my business plan writing services. As promised, I've attached details about my services, and I'm looking forward to helping you transform your brilliant idea into a profitable and sustainable business. I've written business plans for aspiring entrepreneurs and well-established business owners operating in hundreds of different industries, and my clients have raised millions. Because of my 15 years of business writing and marketing experience, I have the unique ability to ask the right questions and pull out the brilliance brewing in my clients' heads. I then put my client's passion on paper in a way that intrigues and propels investors and lenders to put their money on the table. What's next? Take a look at the attachment materials, and when you're ready, complete this brief questionnaire to help me put together a project quote for you. I'll review your responses and send a pricing estimate to you within 2 business days. Next, you'll receive a service agreement to sign, and once you sign the agreement, we'll be ready to get this train moving. I'll send you a link to schedule your first brain dump, where I'll ask you a series of questions about your awesome business. You'll receive an agenda in advance so you can properly prepare your responses. We'll then schedule up to 2 more brain dumps, and I'll deliver your first draft within 10 business days of our final chat session. From there, clients typically have their final plan in hand within just 5 days. And that's my easy process for developing a business plan your investors will love. Again, thank you so much for calling me. Working with you is going to be exciting. If you have any questions, I'm just a call, text, or email away. Talk soon. What I did there was I reminded the individual of my qualifications, told them that I'm looking forward to working with him, and gave him some very specific details on next steps. I can't tell you how much prospects and clients really love hearing this. It makes you appear very professional, and that you have an actual plan laid out, and it sets expectations. Everybody wants to know what's coming next and what can I expect. And you give it to them before they even ask. All right, we're moving on to email number 5, the reassure. And I'm just going to take another drink, guys. Wow. All right. Sometimes prospects aren't quite ready to sign on the dotted line after receiving a closer, which is fine because you've given them a lot of information to digest. So let's just say the prospect comes with some questions, which is normal. Do you just give up? No. You write another email to make them feel comfortable about working with you. So subject line here, very simple. Read your questions. Hi, Sarah. Thanks so much for your questions. I've included some general responses below, and I'm more than happy to jump on a call and share more details. Can we chat in about an hour? Let me know if this works for you, and I'll give you a call. You want to get these questions answered. You want to make sure she feels comfortable as soon as possible. You don't want to wait weeks and drag this out. Get on the phone, shoot another email, whatever you need to do to get in front of that prospect to let them know that you've got their back. All right, we're at the last email. We made it. Email number 6 is called the check-inner. So you finally did it. You got that prospect to sign your agreement, and she's now a buyer. Well, that's great, but your work is not over. You see, this is one of the most important emails because it will help you catch even more big fish. Send this email with the delivery of your final service or product, or a week or two after the transaction if it's something your client will need to use in order to see desired results. So it may take some time to see the desired results. But you want to use your best judgment on timing to get the best possible response, but you want to make sure you don't forget to send the check in there. Here's a general email to use if you let time slip away. Subject line, got a favor to ask. Hi, Sarah. How are you? It's been a few months since we worked together, and I hope to hear your company is continuing to excel. As you know, when someone takes the time to recount a positive experience, it speaks volumes. I strive to provide my best service in each and every project, and I sincerely hope that describes your experience with me. And so I am requesting a small favor, a testimonial that will give others a sense of the experience and service I offer. Would you be willing to write a brief testimonial, 2 to 3 sentences? A testimonial can simply answer the question of, would you recommend my services to your peers, colleagues, and family members? And if so, why? I greatly appreciate your time and assistance. If you agree to provide this information, please send the testimonial before, insert a specific date here. Please insert a specific date here. If you have any questions, I'm just a call or email away. Sincerely. Now, what I did here, I kind of wanted, this is a more personal email than I would normally send to get testimonials. You typically just want to write out the questions, but because I let a few months lag, I want to get on Sarah's good side and let her know, oops, my bad, but I'm coming back to you and letting you know the importance of a testimonial, and that I would love for you to be able to give me one. And it's important, so very important. You don't set a lot of restrictions on this person because, like I said, you've waited so long. So if they could just answer if you'd recommend, which is the most important things other people want to know, that will suffice. Now you want to make sure you give a specific date, because this does two things. One, it sets the expectation for the person receiving your email that you need this back by a certain time. Two, because you've given a specific date, now if they don't get back to you by that date, then you follow up. I have a 90% rate on getting clients to respond to this email. Even if I send this one out a few months later, which I have done because I've let time slip by, but I have a 90% response rate on these, and especially with the follow-up sends it to 100. So this is a great email to start with to get those testimonials in. And like I said, when you get testimonials, you can attract even more big fish. And there you have it. Those are the 6 email types you need to catch the big fish and double your revenue in the next 12 months. And you'll probably be able to do that even sooner if you follow these email guidelines. And what it is, it's very straight and to the point, guys. It's not very aggressive. You can use your own judgment of where you want to tip the scale on aggressiveness. But what I did here was I laid out from start to finish. When you get a prospect in, you have to nurture that relationship and get them to signing the contract. You just can't say, hey, thank you, here you go, I'm starting to work with you. No, it's a process to show your professionalism. So what I'm going to do now is turn up the slideshow, and I'm going to head over to the chat box to take a few questions right now, and then we'll wrap up the presentation. I have another tip for you towards the end. Remember, we have not yet talked about the one thing you got to do to get prospects to do what you want. So bear with me for just one moment while I stop the screen share and head to the chat box. Hey, 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 I am back. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed the presentation. I had so much fun sharing with you. We're going to take some time to answer a few questions. Let me get over here to the chat box. Oops, not that one. Wrong one. Chat box. All right. All right. So Sarah asks, what should I do when someone contacts me via a website link? Blah, 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 blah. All right, great question, Sarah. Any more? Jim asks, blah, 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 blah. All right, great question, Jim. Thank you so much. Annie asks, blah, 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 blah. Wonderful questions, guys. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to take just one more question and then we're going to flip back over to the presentation and wrap it up. All right, Harry is on the line and he wants to know blah, 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 blah. All right, guys, thank you so much for your questions. We're going to flip back over to screen share and wrap up the presentation. Thanks. All right, we're back on the presentation for the final tip. Remember earlier I told you that you're going to find out what you should be doing to get your prospects to do exactly what you want them to do. And the best way to get prospects to do what you want, dun, 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 is ask. Oh, forehead slap. Yes, this is the easiest way to get folks to do what you want them to do. Just ask. If you want folks to sign up for your webinar, ask them to do so. But you got to tell them the benefits of doing it. Just because it's free, it costs time. So you got to make people know that their time is going to be is going to be spent well with you. 2, if you want folks to buy your services, ask. But again, you got to tell them why it's so important to buy your services. If you want folks to join your Facebook page, whatever, just ask away. That's all you got to do to get people to engage with you. Ask them, but you have to be convincing. You have to tell them why. So you ask and you tell them why it's going to improve their life, make them richer, make them happier, make them whatever. That's what you got to do. And that's it. I know this was a forehead slap moment, but that's really all you need to do. And that's it for the presentation, guys. Now, I don't know why you showed up today. Maybe you've been struggling with attracting the clients you want. Maybe you're completely new to email pitching and wanted to see what all the talk was about. Maybe you're just not confident about your own writing and wanted to get some tips from someone who knows what to do. With all the gazillion things you've got to handle as a biz owner, it gets hard being the HR person, accountant, CEO, marketer, boss, business writer. I understand. And that's really why I started the Write It Now Academy, or as I like to say, WIN. The WIN Academy is an online resource where busy entrepreneurs just like you will find tutorials, videos, writing guides, samples to help you stop sweating over every word in your website copy, business letter, email pitches, and write it now. Now, I've been giving teasers for about a month or so about the Academy, and I'm so happy to say that today is the very first day that I'm sharing all the details about the program, and I'm so excited to spill this tea with you this evening. So I'm going to flip over to my brand new sales page and walk you through all the juicy features and benefits of the Academy. You're going to love this. Hang on. All right, guys, and we're here. My very first page for the Win Academy. I'm so excited to share this with you. Hold on, let me find the right thing to share. All right, here we go. Now we're sharing. Let me know if you can see my page, guys. I'm gonna wait just a couple seconds to let you catch up. So the Win Academy. In the Win Academy, you will never stumble over your words again. It's for busy entrepreneurs who want content that captivates, connects, and sends people racing for their credit cards. Now that's the type of content I like. Claim your spot now for just $67. Doors open on March 9th. Now, the thing about the Win Academy is you know that you are the bomb when it comes to running your business. The problem is it all falls apart when you go to try to put it in writing. And that's what the Win Academy is going to help you do. Shine like the star you are in person and on paper. So if you've read all the top copywriting books and you're in more Facebook groups than you can count, and you've invested big money in writing courses that tell you all the guru's best theories on persuasive writing, but you still can't seem to put your shine on paper, and heck, you've even tried to just go ahead and let a copywriter do it for you, but then you're like $2,500 for a website copy. Woo, that hurts when you're just starting out and really don't have the funds to afford that. But the Win Academy is going to help you get through all of that. I'm not going to read through the entire page, guys. I'll let you do that on your own. I'm just going to hit some of the big points of what makes the Win Academy different from all the other writing programs. First off, it's going to help you eliminate the frustration of writing biz content blind, because I'm going to put the right words on the page for you so you don't have to spend hours trolling the internet for templates and writing samples. 2, it's going to train you to write faster. I actually teach you how to painlessly write persuasive content so you can boost your confidence and craft compelling marketing messages in minutes. Access to content reviews. You'll have direct access to my expert advice and can upload up to 500 words for me to personally critique and get your content show the world ready. Now, do you know how much it would cost to get an actual copywriter to review your stuff for you? Definitely not $67. Let's try 500 and up. Constantly growing resource. The lessons you see when you step inside the Win Academy are just the beginning. I already have more lessons, tutorials, templates, and writing samples just waiting to be added, and the Academy will continue to grow. I write for businesses and coach entrepreneurs on writing, which gives me a wealth of background on the types of lessons you want and need. And don't be shy about submitting your own suggestions for new tutorials. I love to hear from you and get those in the Win Academy as well. So what do you get when you join the Win Academy? First off, you get exclusive opportunity to recommend new how-to tutorials to include in the Win Academy. And secondly, and this is the biggie, folks are loving this when I've talked about this in person in conferences and things of that nature, and folks are falling over themselves for this one. Feedback on that one page of content that's giving you the blues. All you got to do is upload your document and get personal feedback from me so you end up with an engaging communication that sounds 100% you without having to pay a copywriter thousands to give you this information. Number 3, you get access to all 2015 tutorials, writing samples, scripts, templates, and future lessons, additions, and updates stored in a VIP membership site exclusively for Win members. This isn't free content you're going to find all over the place. The information that's going to be in here is just for you. Training videos that walk you step by step through your writing woes and my no fluff 30-minute smackdowns. I know you don't have time for a 60, 90-minute long presentation. That's not what this is about. These video tutorials are laser focused. 30 minutes smackdowns, boom, here you go. This is what you need. Take action now, do it. That's it. Easy to follow printable PDFs and writing samples that deliver extra word love and inspiration. 6, you'll get a confidence boost when you use the trainings, write with passion, and submit your content. 7, you get loads of additional support from me, provided via monthly webinars, tutorial editions, and lesson updates. 8, VIP access to the Academy's Facebook group, The Win Circle, where we'll share challenges, triumphs, free tips, and crack the code on business communication. Oh yeah, one more biggie I almost forgot to mention. Every single month, you get exclusive access to a brand new tutorial to help you attract, connect, and woo your audience with mind-blowing business communications. Now, as a founding member, you'll also get VIP access to these incredible money-saving bonuses. Now, this one is a $5,000 value bonus because you get 12 months worth of content reviews and personal feedback. Let's just think about this. A copywriter can charge you anywhere from 300 to 500 words to review just one page of website copy. You're getting all this for just $67 a month. $300 value. Founding member discounted rate. So like I said, your investment today is just $67. That's 44% off a normal rate of $97 a month. But you'll never ever see this offer again. This founding member discounted rate will disappear on Friday, February 27th. Mega bucks value. Now, as a founding member, you get a lifetime discount. Access to the Win Academy is being offered at a ridiculously accessible price right now, but that won't be around forever. As a founding member, you'll get a chance to lock in your rate for life. So regardless of when the rate goes up, you'll pay the same price as long as you continue your membership. Now, I've already told you a little bit about me when we started the presentation, but I just want to let you know that I created the Win Academy after years of teaching aspiring and experienced entrepreneurs how to write in a way that grabs hearts, minds, and dollar bills. I started out with my very first client, Stacy, and long story short, she came to me so excited about being an entrepreneur. She wanted to start a senior home care agency because her father had passed away in a nursing home and she didn't think that he had been treated very well. So this business was very near and dear to her heart. She came to me for a business plan. I did that. She came to me for website copy. I did that. She came to me for a brochure. I did that. She needed a sales proposal. I did that. And then she looked up and she had spent so much money on business writing that she had to go back and get a bridge job because she needed more money and she didn't probably plan to market or promote her business. She was spending so much money on the copy. And content is important, but you shouldn't have to break the bank to get great content. And that's why I created the Win Academy. So as a member, you'll learn to use your words to attract clients, boost visibility, entice investors, overcome sticky situations. Now, is the Win Academy right for you? It's right for you if you run a business or promote a product and you're the one who will be writing your business content, or you can get this you can give access to someone who will be. You're clear that you'll only benefit from the resource when you watch the lessons, do the work, submit your content, and show the world what you're made of. This isn't a magical bullet. I am going to help you, guide you through your writing, but I'm not going to do it all for you. You have a great resource that people love. You just need help selling your sizzle and writing. It's also great for you if you're open to constructive criticism on improving your writing and dedicated to doing the work necessary to attract bigger and better clients. It's also great for you if you much rather watch a 30-minute laser video training than participate in a watered-down, fluff-filled 90-minute gab session. Oh, how I hate those. And you're not allergic to study guides and only told the "my dog ate my homework" story just once in school. So here's a recap of all the word-tastic goodness waiting for you in the Win content. Win Academy. Exclusive opportunity to suggest new lessons. 12 months of content critiques and personalized feedback from me. Access to all 2015 tutorials, writing samples, scripts, templates, and future lesson editions and updates stored in a VIP membership site exclusively for WIN members. Training videos that walk you step by step through your writing woes in a no-fluff 30-minute smackdown. Easy to follow, printable PDFs and writing samples, delivering extra guidance and inspiration. A confidence boost when you use the trainings. Write with passion and submit your content. Loads of additional support from me provided via monthly webinars, tutorial editions, and lesson updates. VIP access to the Academy's online group, the Win Circle, where we'll share challenges, triumphs, free tips, and crack the code on business communication. Are you in? If you got questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat box. I'll jump over to that when I close out the presentation. But some of the common questions I've been getting is, what if it's not for me? Well, you get access to Win Academy at a price I deliberately made ridiculously low for small businesses on a budget. I know the value far outweighs the cost of the membership, but you can cancel at any time, so you have nothing to lose. How soon after you pay can you submit your content? Well, the Win Academy doors will swing open on March 9th. You can submit your content starting that day. You've already taken writing courses. House is different. The Win Academy is specifically for business entrepreneurs who want to write compelling content fast. The laser video trainings are highly actionable and will walk you step by step through writing a specific piece of content without all the fluff. What if I don't have content to submit every month? Will I miss out on the personalized feedback? Absolutely not. Just submit your page of content up to 500 words whenever you need an extra set of eyes, and I'll review it for you. All right, you want in? How do you pay? Well, the first and only step to getting access to roam the halls of the Win Academy is simple. All you need to do is let's scroll down to the bottom of this page, and you're just going to select the payment option. I'm going to share this link in the chat box, and you guys can go out there and check out the sales page and go ahead and sign up. I'm offering two options: monthly payment. It'll just be $67 to get in today, and then $67 every 30 days as long as you remain a founding member. You'll understand that you can cancel at any time and will be subject to the normal rate if you decide to cancel and rejoin. You have a one-time payment option, where I'm going to give you 2 months absolutely free when you join the Academy as an annual member for a single payment of not $804, but $670. That's 12 months of content critiques, video trainings, and everything you could possibly need to stop sweating over your business plan, your website copy, your sales letter, your emails, and write it now, all for $670 for the year. I understand. You understand you're receiving a massive discount, but you want in. All right, and that's it, guys. I hope you're so excited about the Win Academy. Again, I'm going to send the link to the sales page to all of you guys after the webinar. I'm going to include it in the chat box as well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Just know that there's like a 60-second delay or so on the questions and answers. So you may see me sitting here looking pretty weird, like I'm not paying attention or something, but it's just because I'm waiting to see your questions, because there is a slight delay in how the information is communicated. So it's live, but it's like almost live, like a 60-minute delay, 60-second delay. So just go ahead and post your questions. When I see them, I'll start answering. Thanks a lot. And if you can't get to the chat box because you're on your phone, don't worry about it. Feel free to email me questions. There'll be a question and answer section when I post the replay. You can also post your questions there. And I'll also include a link to the Win Academy sales page for you to take a closer look at all the juicy details on the Academy. I'm so excited to have you here and to have you as a possible founding member. I'm looking forward to helping you just write better communications. It's very important to be able to communicate well in writing. And that's what I do best. So I'm going to share all my brilliance in my brain with you so you can be able to communicate great. And it's just not for your business. Being able to communicate well in writing will help you in your careers if you have a job now, or even if you're trying to write that John Doe letter you've been trying to write. It just helps you be able to communicate with everyone, either in personal or business life. It's a great skill to have, and I'm so excited to be able to teach you to do so. So again, go ahead and post your questions. I'm here standing by waiting on you. If this chat thing doesn't work as planned, no worries. I'll go ahead and post the replay, and you guys can ask questions in the Facebook comments under the replay. I'm here waiting on you. Thanks. Right in a way that grabs hearts, minds, and dollar bills. I started out with my very first client, Stacy, and long story short, she came to me so excited about being an entrepreneur. She wanted to start a senior home care agency because her father had passed away in a nursing home, and she didn't think that he had been treated very well. So this business was very near and dear to her heart. She came to me for a business plan. I did that. She came to me for website copy. I did that. She came to me for a brochure. I did that. She needed a sales proposal. I did that. And then she looked up and she had spent so much money on business writing that she had to go back and get a bridge job because she needed more money, and she didn't probably plan to market or promote her business. She was spending so much money on the copy. And content is important, but you shouldn't have to break the bank to get great content. And that's why I created the Win Academy. So as a member, you'll learn to use your words to attract clients, boost visibility, entice investors, overcome sticky situations. Now, is the Win Academy right for you? It's right for you if you run a business or promote a product, and you're the one who will be writing your business content. Or you can get this info, you can give access to someone who will be. You're clear that you'll only benefit from the resource when you watch the lessons, do the work, submit your content, and show the world what you're made of. This isn't a magical bullet. I am going to help you, guide you through your writing, but I'm not going to do it all for you. You have a great resource that people love. You just need help selling your sizzle in writing. It's also great for you if you're open to constructive criticism on improving your writing and dedicated to doing the work necessary to attract bigger and better clients.